Good morning, class. Well, we took care of our vocabulary and our introduction. We know our genre this week is narrative nonfiction. Remember, nonfiction means that this is a true story, so we're going to have some facts in there. Yet, because it's a narrative, it's going to be told like a story. So we're going to have some characters who are actually having a little problem or a little issue, and they're going to go and do some research on it, and during that research on it, we're going to find all sorts of facts that are true. The title of our story is The Big Race. This race car simulator is cool. Let's try it. The two characters in our story, they're going to be the ones that are going to try to find out something about racing. All right, our research question is, how can science help you understand how things work? This is Alex and Liam, and they want to use science to help them win a big race coming up. All right, I'm Claire. Welcome. You notice how this is kind of written with characters around it with the little speech bubbles. Just because we have characters with speech bubbles does not mean it's not real. This is nonfiction. All right, here we go. Alex and Liam plan to build a race car, a car for a soup box derby. As a result of their inquiry into how to build a fast car, they had come to the Science Museum today for answers. Last week, Alex's mother had called one of the museum scientists. When they walked into the museum, a woman in a lab coat and inline skates zoomed up and greeted them. Kind of crazy that you would go to a museum and one of the scientists there would be riding around in inline skates. Hi, I'm Claire. Are you the boys who want to know what will make a car go fast? Yes, I'm Alex, and this is Liam. Alex responded. Why are you wearing inline skates, Claire? Liam asked. I'm a champion skater, Claire claimed, doing a spin. Then she whispered, That's not my true identity. I'm a scientist. Skates make it easier to get around. Follow me. So she's using the skates to go faster. And she kind of teased the boys. I'm a champion skater. Just kidding. I'm a scientist. It's about speed. You notice that we got some headings in our reading this week. Welcome to our On the Move exhibit, Claire announced as they entered a large room. So tell me about the race. There will be 20 cars in the race. We'll be going down the steepest hill in town, Alex said. Ooh, sounds thrilling. It must be exciting to go fast. You notice how we can use our context clues, exciting, to know the definition of thrilling. Claire answered as she pressed buttons on a machine. This is a virtual race car, and this screen shows you the virtual race course and your speed. Speed is the distance an object moves in a certain amount of time. Notice the key word there is. Is like equals. Speed equals. Okay, and here comes its definition. Distance an object moves in a certain amount of time. So if we lined you up in the gym and we wanted to see your speed, we would send you from one side of the gym to the other and time you with a stopwatch. And if you can do that in like 13 seconds, that would be your speed. And if the next week you got a little bigger and a little faster and a little stronger and you could do it in 12 seconds, you would have increased your speed. All right, well, let's find out some more definitions. You can turn the page to page 66. Forces at work. A force is a push or pull. We already said that there was one more force, it was gravity. So this week we're going to say there's three big forces. Push, pull, and gravity. Alex and Liam climbed into the machine. Each seat had a steering wheel and a screen in front of it. Claire said, Since you want to build a fast car, you need to know about forces and how they affect motion. What's a force? Asked Liam. Claire continued, A force is, here comes the definition, a push or a pull. Forces cause things to move or causes a change in motion. When I apply a big enough force on an object like this stool, it moves. If two objects are exactly the same size, the object that receives a bigger force will accelerate or increase its speed, Claire said, pushing two stools at the same time. So if I push two stools with my hands at the same time with the same force, they should go the same distance. If I push one harder, then that one will go farther. Which stool received a bigger force, Claire asked. The first one on the right. It went further, said Liam. So giving our car a big push at the top of a hill will cause it to accelerate and go faster, Alex summarized. So she's trying to teach them with some examples here, and Alex caught on real quick. So when you do these soapbox races, you push your car, then you get in it, and then you ride it to the bottom of the hill. Well, if you want yours to go faster, you're going to give it a huge push at the top of the hill. Gravity and friction. Claire smiled. Right. Another force acting on your car is gravity. Gravity is a pulling force between two objects. Claire took a tennis ball out of her pocket. When I drop this ball, kind of like Mr. Bauer's paperclip, gravity pulls it towards the floor. It's the same force that pulls your car down the hill. So a big push gives us an advantage over other cars, and gravity will keep us going. How do we stop? Liam asked. You'll need friction. You'll need brakes. Friction is a force between two surfaces that slow objects down or stops them from moving. For example, I lean back on my skates and the friction between the rubber stoppers and the floor slows me down. Now you can see the picture helps us. See, she puts that brake, that rubber stopper on the front down and it slows her down. Said Claire. Thanks, Claire. The virtual race car was cool. I knew we had the skills and capabilities to win the race, but now we have the science on our side too. Liam grinned. So we learned about 4 different forces. First of all, we got the push or a pull. That's a force. Gravity is the force that God created, pulls things down. And then the last one, friction, that's the force that slows things down or brings them to a stop. Okay, well, we're about to do our worksheet now. I like to use my pages that the vocabulary was on for help if I need them. Okay, our worksheet today is similar to the one we did the last couple weeks. You have the word in front. That's the word that you must use in the sentence. There are 8 vocabulary words. Then you're going to finish each sentence using that word. I use the brakes on my roller skates, friction. I use the brakes on my roller skates, friction. That doesn't make any sense if I say it like that. I use the brakes on my roller skates to cause friction, comma, which slows me down. Okay? So now I'm telling you what friction is in my sentence, kind of give it a little definition in there. I use the brakes on my roller skates to cause friction, which slows me down. Number 2, I think is easy. Maybe you can do it on your own. The policeman asked me for my driver's license to prove my identity. That's why you have to carry your driver's license when you drive. And so if I'm speeding and I get pulled over, the police officer might ask me for my driver's license. And if I give him my driver's license, that just proves my identity. I thought number 3 was pretty easy too. At an amusement park, the roller coaster, thrilling. You can't say thrilling. You could say the roller coaster is thrilling when it does the loop-de-loops, or the roller coaster that goes very fast is thrilling. So see what you can do to finish up this sentence. Make sure you use the word. And I forgot to box it up. A+ work, Mr. Barber. Oh, I forgot to put my name on it. Yikes. A+ work. All right, we're on to number 4, advantage. The fact that the baseball player is very tall, what? A baseball player being very tall gives him an advantage to catch balls by the fence. Those really tall baseball players can catch that ball as they lean up against the fence way out in left field. And if I was shorter, I maybe wouldn't have caught that one. So there's my advantage. All right, gravity is pretty easy. I think 5 you can do. Number 6, accelerate. When traveling downhill, I want to accelerate to a very fast speed. And then the last one that I want to do to you, I think capabilities is pretty easy, number 8, but number 7, inquiry. I use the internet, and I'm going to put down when I started my inquiry into the investigation. All right, so I think I did 4 of them with you. 7, 6, 4, and 1. Now, I know some of you guys that attend the afternoon Zoom call, you asked me for some of those other ones. I'd be more than happy to help you with those after you've made an attempt at it. God bless your day.